After finals, my smart childhood friend posted a picture of holding hands on social media, hinting at a relationship announcement. I followed up with 2 plane tickets. Ready to take off. Excited, our classmates gave thumbs up on our updates. The group chat was buzzing. Congrats. Finally a couple. Didn't you guys always deny being a pair? Now that finals are over, you're finally out in the open. Class hottie quickly clarified in the chat. Helen lost a dare last night, so she had to post that. Since when did that become an official announcement? The chat exploded. Wasn't this a relationship announcement? What's going on? Isn't Oliver's post also an announcement? My friend calmly replied, oh, so no more silent treatment? Still being tough? The most popular girl in class commented, Oliver's sleeping 'cause he's too tired. Let's talk when he's awake. After the finals, Amanda and I checked our scores and planned our promised trip to Tibet. Boarding the plane, I quickly shared an update. Ready to take off. Excited. Attached were 2 tickets, but our names were blurred. As soon as it was posted, the comments flooded in. Officially announcing the relationship? Traveling together. That's so sweet. Caught off guard with this sweet surprise. I was puzzled. I hadn't told anyone about dating Amanda after the finals, nor did we act like a couple in class. What's up? Amanda asked, seeing my confused look. I turned to Amanda. Did you tell anyone we're dating? Come on, I wouldn't dare, she said, rolling her eyes. I knew Amanda wouldn't lie. Falling for each other was never planned. Amanda only joined our class in senior year. She was gorgeous and confident, instantly catching the attention of every guy, receiving love letters daily. I saw her throw one right in front of a guy with zero mercy. I never imagined we'd have any connection until circumstances led her to be my desk mate. So, can we go public now? Amanda asked, hope in her eyes. I never really wanted to hide it. Senior year is crucial, though, so we agreed to wait until after finals. We had to keep it from our classmates and teachers to not affect our studies. Amanda agreed without hesitation. The moment I nodded, hesitatingly, someone in the class chat sent a message. Congrats on being a couple. Told you they were a pair, but they wouldn't admit it. Now that finals are over, they're finally revealing it. I paused. The assumption was that I was with Helen. It wasn't surprising, thinking back. We grew up together, known each other forever. I was about to explain when Harvey quickly clarified. That was Helen losing a dare last night, not a relationship announcement. The chat erupted again. What's going on? Isn't this a relationship announcement? I rushed out of the chat to check Helen's post. It was a photo of holding hands. Seconds after her post, I posted mine. No wonder. All it took was 2 tickets for them to guess the relationship. My classmates are really sharp. I jumped back into the chat and typed, you got it wrong. But before I finished, Helen messaged, Oliver. What? No more silent treatment? Thought you were tough. Did you secretly buy me tickets to force me to travel with you? How laughable. Reading Helen's message, I was silent. Growing up together due to our parents, Helen and I always went to the same school, same class. We walked to school together, ate lunch at school together. I loved the meals her mom made, so she always brought me more. Our classmates teased. Bringing lunch to your hubby? Helen never denied it. Our parents joked about us getting married one day. I believed it at some point, until one day in sophomore year during the New Year's party, I overheard her talking to classmates. I'd finished my cello solo and rushed to find Helen. I overheard her saying about me, Oliver? I see him as a sister. Oliver is so calm and handsome. Nothing like a sister. Someone joked. You haven't seen him at home, so sloppy. His socks could kill with the smell, she mocked, smiling. Honestly, I prefer guys like Harvey. Following her gaze, Harvey was breakdancing on stage. The lights highlighted his strong, cool movements, making him look effortlessly charming. It hurt, but I started letting go of my feelings for Helen. In senior year, Harvey was accused of cheating in a test, and the teacher scolded him harshly. Returning to class, he confronted me. Oliver, you can't accuse me just because I beat you in English. I was stunned. Before I could respond, Helen lashed out at me. Oliver, why'd you accuse Harvey of cheating? Are you so petty? Can't stand others being better? If it's not you, then who else? Helen was all up in my face. You told me in private that Harvey isn't smart enough, just a bookworm who could never outscore you. And now that he's caught up through hard work, you accuse him? I was speechless. I never said Harvey wasn't smart, but his study methods were off. I pointed it out with good intentions, and now I'm being blamed for something so huge. Apologize to Harvey. Helen didn't even give me a chance to explain, just commanded it. I didn't do it, so why should I apologize? You're being stubborn. Huh? Helen was furious. I firmly insisted I did not do. If you don't apologize, I'll move away from this seat right now, Helen threatened. We've been desk mates since high school. Teachers even wondered if we were dating. But since we both consistently ranked at the top of the class, they turned a blind eye. Suit yourself, I said, unmoved. Fine. Not sitting together meant I wouldn't have to put on a facade in front of her. I wouldn't have to face Harvey asking Helen for homework help all the time, with their heads getting closer and closer. Are you sure? Helen asked me. I put my head down and focused on my homework, ignoring her. Without another word, Helen packed her books and left. Some classmates tried to mediate. Helen, don't do this. You're making Oliver uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? He brought this on himself, Helen sneered. Besides me, no one else would want to sit with him. Just as she said that, Amanda moved over with her books. Everyone stared, including Helen. Sitting with the top student for some luck, Amanda said to Helen, "Aren't you leaving?" The messages in the group chat kept buzzing non-stop. Classmates kept trying to reason with Helen. Helen, it's been so long. Oliver has reached out, let it go. Not to mention, it was already made clear back then, it wasn't Oliver who reported Harvey. Not long after, the teacher accidentally let slip that I wasn't the one who reported Harvey for cheating. But Helen didn't think she was wrong. She didn't think it was wrong for Harvey to blame me either. She deliberately chatted with classmates in front of me. I can't stand people who don't let things go when they're right. If he's sulking, I want to see how long it'll last. A classmate reminded her. Aren't you worried Oliver will develop feelings for another girl? Amanda seems pretty interested in him lately. TSK, Helen scoffed. I know him too well. He wouldn't like someone like Amanda. She probably thought I only liked girls like her. Truth is, after all these years together, we both knew how we felt. She should have known I liked her. I edited my message and sent it. Helen, don't worry. I won't pressure you. I have a travel buddy. I took a photo holding Amanda's hand, our fingers intertwined, and sent it. Just after I posted, the flight attendant reminded us to switch our phones to airplane mode for takeoff. Quickly complied. I didn't think about what would happen in the group chat. It was just about clarifying the truth. The flight lasted over 3 hours. When we landed in Lhasa, I got altitude sickness and felt awful. Amanda took me straight to the hotel to rest. I lay there feeling drained, not even thinking about checking my phone. Little did I know, the group chat was in chaos during that time. My phone was blowing up. By the time I felt a bit better, it was already 9 p.m. Amanda, worried I'd feel worse if I went out, ordered us some takeout to eat at the hotel. As we were eating, Amanda mentioned, by the way, while you were sleeping this afternoon, the group chat was buzzing like crazy, so I put your phone on silent. I nodded, not really bothered by it. Amanda continued, it got kind of intense. I saw that Helen was having a bit of a meltdown. What? I was a bit surprised. Finish eating first, Amanda teased. After dinner, Amanda took care of the takeout trash while I sprawled on the couch and checked my phone. Missed calls, 36, all from Helen. The class group chat had over 99 messages. I started going through the unread messages. What's going on? The plane ticket Oliver posted, wasn't that trip supposed to be with Helen? So, Oliver's girlfriend isn't Helen. What's happening, Oliver? Helen, spill it. What's going on with you two? Helen replied, what else? Oliver's just being stubborn. But Oliver posted a photo and the ticket. It seems real, a classmate questioned. Other classmates agreed. Oliver isn't the type to joke like this. Helen shot back. Even a dog jumps the wall when cornered. He started playing games because I wasn't paying attention. The chat quieted down for a bit. People were waiting to see what would unfold. After a while, Harvey chimed in. Is it really so difficult to apologize to Helen? Pushing her away won't end well. Helen quickly quoted Harvey. You're right. She even sent him a thumbs-up emoji. I only made an honest comment. It might have been harsh, but girls really don't like guys who overdo it. Helen agreed. Girls hate pretentious, self-important, and stubborn guys. Oliver's just got thin skin. You're making it so he won't want to speak in the chat. Harvey pretended to be the good guy. Helen shrugged it off. He brought it on himself. The two kept chatting in the group, feeding off each other. Some classmates probably couldn't take it anymore and chimed in. You two really suit each other. So it seems normal for Oliver to travel with another girl. What nonsense are you spewing? Oliver is just trying to annoy me. The photos and tickets are fake. There's no way he's out with another girl. Helen suddenly seemed agitated. That's just your assumption and one-sided opinion, a classmate replied. Helen fired back with a flurry of messages. First, Oliver hasn't said a word in the group chat. What does that mean? It means he's guilty. Second, the name on the ticket is blurred out, clearly indicating it's a modified photo. He posted hand-holding photos to intentionally provoke me. Lastly, don't question me. I know Oliver better than any of you. With things getting this far, the classmates stayed quiet. But one classmate seemed to notice something odd. I just looked closely at Oliver's ticket. If he wasn't lying, he should be on the plane now and unable to reply. Hearing this, the classmates perked up. Right, I've noticed that too. So, Oliver isn't ignoring us, he literally can't reply. Helen mockingly added, he sure knows how to put on a show. A classmate still didn't buy it. I still don't think Oliver would deliberately do this. How about a bet? If Oliver really is traveling with another girl, I'll call you sis. Helen was visibly heated. No one responded, probably because they sensed Helen was truly upset. The chat went silent. Until 3 hours later, Helen suddenly messaged in the group. Oliver, shouldn't you be off the plane by now? Still not saying anything? I should have turned my phone on by then. I just hurriedly texted my parents that I was safe. Being in a rush, I didn't check the group chat before deplaning. Then altitude sickness hit me, headache and nausea. I didn't reply. Helen seemed even more triumphant. See? Oliver not replying has nothing to do with being on a plane. It's pure guilt. The classmates stayed quiet except for Harvey, who pitched in. We get it already, stop harping on. It's embarrassing for Oliver. And you sticking up for Oliver, remember how jealous he was of you back then. Helen tried defending Harvey. I can't stand male rivalry. Guys should have each other's backs. You're just too kind, some people wouldn't think that way. I don't care about others, that's just who I am. Helen and Harvey kept the back and forth going. Helen couldn't hold back. Oliver, seriously, how long will you keep up this act? I saw Amanda finally reply in the group, seemingly unable to keep quiet. Oliver's just really tired and fell asleep. Discuss things when he's awake. Then, Amanda posted a photo, my sleeping silhouette. I have a mole on the back of my neck, visible because my hair is short, so many classmates have probably seen it before. Amanda added, oh, and Helen, for whatever it's worth, here's our location. It was in Lhasa. Helen remained silent as the group chat exploded. Amanda, are you with Oliver? Is it true? I didn't see that coming. You two weren't even supposed to have anything to do with each other. Wow, I figured Amanda suddenly studying so hard meant she wanted to attend the same school as Oliver. You two hit it well. I'm impressed. The chat was buzzing. After a while, Helen finally spoke up. Amanda, are you for real? Don't you think this joke's gone too far? Even if you're into pranks, Oliver's reputation isn't to be toyed with. Amanda didn't respond. Helen, seemingly fueled by anger, kept going at Amanda. That's your business if you fool around, but Oliver isn't a joke. You often oppose me and I don't mind, but this is something else. Also, it's between me and Oliver. I'd appreciate you not making a spectacle. Amanda stayed silent. Frustrated, I looked at Amanda after she finished cleaning up. Are you just gonna let her say that without defending yourself? Amanda shrugged. A cornered dog bites, isn't it entertaining? Don't you care about your own reputation? I only care about you, Amanda replied confidently. But letting Helen bully you like this doesn't sit well with me. Without you explicitly allowing me to go public, I lack confidence. Amanda seemed a bit hurt seeing me annoyed. Posting a ticket with the name blurred, posting photos without showing faces. She looked at me with puppy eyes. Babe, am I really so shameful? My face flushed. Who are you calling babe? I quickly looked down to hide my embarrassment, scrolling through unread messages in the group. With Amanda quiet, classmates began chiming in again. Amanda, are you really joking? 'Cause it's not funny, Harvey remarked. Making jokes at a guy's expense, that's low. The group was abuzz with chatter. Suddenly, Helen seemed agitated again. Oliver, enough is enough. I can only be patient for so long. I'm giving you 10 minutes to clear things up or forget about us applying to the same school. 10 minutes later, I obviously didn't reply, so my phone was bombarded with calls. Finally, Helen messaged me directly. Oliver, are you done playing around? What's your endgame? Are you really trying to push me away? I've taken the initiative to talk to you. Don't you know when to stop? Reply to me. Fine, Oliver. Have it your way. Looking at Helen's messages, I really didn't want to engage anymore. I thought from the moment she switched seats on her own, it was over between us. We both knew we'd be drifting apart from that point. I never imagined a small misunderstanding could make Helen go crazy. Helen was never someone who'd lose her cool, ever since we were kids. The only time she really snapped at me was over Harvey. Back then, I didn't quite get it, but later I understood. It's only natural to get upset when someone you like gets hurt. Just like when Helen talked down to Amanda, I wasn't thrilled about it. I hesitated a bit, then decided to text Helen to clear things up. I figured, at least out of respect for our parents' friendship, I'd try to explain. I typed a message. Yes, I'm in Lhasa with Amanda. Sorry, I just got altitude sickness and hadn't checked my messages. As soon as I sent it, I saw a glaring red exclamation mark in the chat. Helen had blocked me. Honestly, it stings a bit. Back then, when she called my socks smelly in front of classmates, I held my anger and didn't retaliate. But this time, over a simple misunderstanding, she decided to burn bridges. Fine. I thought there was no need to spare her feelings anymore. I messaged the group. Sorry for the confusion, folks. I've been asleep because of altitude sickness in Lhasa and didn't catch the messages. Yes, I'm dating Amanda. Wasn't trying to hide it, just didn't want it to affect our senior year studies. We planned to announce after college exams. After sending, I thought for a moment, then pulled Amanda into a selfie to share in the group as a soft launch of sorts. Worried some might not believe it, I added. Oh, and Helen, you don't need to apply to the same school as me out of obligation. The group chat went wild. Classmates buzzing, wow, so we all got it wrong? Thought you and Helen were a thing. Congrats to you too. Amanda joined in. Thanks for the blessings. I'll bring wedding candy next time. Our classmates joked around. Candy already? Thinking about tying the knot right after graduation? Amanda was having a blast chatting away. Then my phone rang. It was Helen. I ignored it. She kept calling, so I blocked her. If she can do it, so can I. She tried adding me back, though. Oliver, was that for revenge? Just because I stood up for Harvey? You decided to date Amanda to spite me? I couldn't even begin to explain to Helen, so I blocked her. I checked back on the group chat. It was buzzing. Amanda, who rarely talked much before, was now chatting freely. Helen, didn't you say if Oliver went traveling with another girl, you'd call Calvin? Right, Calvin? She asked, stirring the pot further. I looked over at Amanda. She was stirring trouble and clearly enjoying it. You upset? She asked with a grin. I shook my head. Not at all. The group chimed in. Helen, we all heard it. No going back on your word. Calvin played along too. It's awkward, but Helen can't go back on her word. It's about character. Finally, Helen joined. Oliver, you want me to call Calvin brother? That's your bet. Not my problem, I replied. Fine, Oliver. Have it your way. Helen seemed mad. She eventually said, Calvin. Calvin sent a shy emoji. To avoid awkwardness, the group changed topics. I didn't feel like sitting around, so I muted the chat. Amanda went off to shower. As I looked at the bathroom, nerves made my heart race. My phone rang again, making me jump. I answered without checking who it was. Hello? Oliver, it's me. Helen's tense voice came through. I realized it was her mom's number. Your nerve. To date Amanda just to spite me? Do you know how much of a player she is? You went all the way to Tibet with her. When did you become so reckless? Helen's tirade continued, not giving me a chance to explain. I demand you come back right now. Or else what? I found it amusing. Or else I won't apply to the same school. When did I say I wanted to go to the same school? I retorted, still being defiant. Oliver? I've been more than gracious. You're just pushing me away. Helen, I don't need your grace. Nor do I owe you an explanation about Amanda. Unless there's something else, I'll hang up now. I articulated precisely. You don't think I'll call your dad? He won't let Amanda influence you. Helen threatened. I laughed. Are you a kid? Scared now? You know your dad wanted me as his daughter-in-law, she taunted. Indeed, my dad used to be fond of her. Always remembered her when good things happened. Once, when Helen was sick alone, he took her to the hospital and stayed with her overnight. But what about Helen? My dad had a sudden appendicitis attack, and the pain made him pass out. My mom wasn't home that day, so it was just me. I was freaking out. Instinctively, I called Helen. I told her my dad was in pain and asked if she could help take him to the hospital with me. But before I could finish, Helen snapped, Oliver, are you done yet? You know I'm tutoring Harvey today. Are you trying to make my life difficult on purpose? It's true. Even if it is true, he's your dad. Not my problem. Helen hung up right after that. I was so mad I started crying, but I had to pull myself together. That's when Amanda suddenly called to ask me about a problem. I choked back my tears and said, Amanda, my dad's in so much pain. Oliver, don't panic. Call 911 first. I'll be at your house right away. Amanda got to my house just as the ambulance arrived. She stayed with me at the hospital and helped with everything. She even stayed up with me all night until my mom rushed in. Because of this, my dad started feeling cold towards Helen. And given Helen's attitude towards me lately, my dad wasn't too fond of her anymore. He started to like Amanda. It was from that point that I began to really notice Amanda, and I wanted to get to know her. That's when I learned that when she threw that guy's love letter in front of everyone, it was because he had made a bet involving her with his friends. The more I got to know Amanda, the more I realized she wasn't the stuck-up bully people said she was. She's genuine, loyal, cheerful, and has clear boundaries. She doesn't fool around and is genuinely sweet. Even though she has plenty of boys trying to date her, she doesn't flirt back. The only downside might be that Amanda's grades aren't great. She might make it to an average college. But my grades, I could easily get into a top school. Amanda isn't dumb though. After we opened up about our feelings, she started working really hard. She said she couldn't promise we'd end up at the same school, but she wouldn't let our gap be too wide. With our latest exam estimates, she's only about 20 points behind me. Why aren't you saying anything? Helen sneers in my ear. Scared now? I said calmly, my dad already agreed to me going on a trip with Amanda. No way. Your dad would never let you go with any other girl but me, Helen retorted. Helen, sometimes don't be so self-centered, or you'll get embarrassed. Haven't you learned your lesson today? Oliver, why are you acting so smug? Do you really think I have any feelings for you? I'm advising you not to be with Amanda for your own good, as we've grown up together. Don't think I like you. Of course, you don't like me. You're all over Harvey. He can do no wrong. Fine. I've given you so many chances. Don't regret this. Helen hung up on me. I didn't really react. I figured it was better to just clear things up and move on. When I went to shower, Helen called again. But this time Amanda answered. Helen angrily told Amanda to tell me to check my social media. I blocked her, but Amanda still had her. Amanda showed me Helen's post. She wrote a long rant. Basically, she said I was ungrateful, so there was no need to cling to old times. She then announced her relationship with Harvey. Give her a like, I told Amanda. Amanda not only liked it but also commented, thanks for letting go. Hope you two last forever. That night, Amanda and I slept next to each other but didn't cross any lines. Amanda had promised my dad. After a 10-day trip in Tibet, a few days after Amanda and I came home was the day to check college entrance exam results. I scored 685. Amanda got 666. I could get into my dream school. To be at the same school, Amanda decided to pick an unpopular major, hoping to switch later. I never doubted Amanda's determination. Once we figured out our applications, I just hung up when my mom said, Helen's here. Then Helen showed up in my room. I thought Helen would never come to see me again. Things had gotten to this point. How many points did you get? Helen looked at me, her expression cold. I didn't answer. What school are you applying to? I stayed silent. Oliver, are you really going to keep this up? Helen was clearly upset. You think I'm being difficult? I sneered. I just genuinely don't want to talk to you. Her frustration showed. Fine. I'll just tell you straight up. I messed up my exams and planned to retake them. I was a bit surprised. But thinking it over, during senior year, she was often with Harvey. And her previous exams weren't great either. I don't want to go in circles with you anymore. Helen said, looking at me. Wait for me for a year. I'll get into your university and come for you. Why should I wait for you? I was bewildered. Oliver, do you really need me to spell it out? Fine, I give in. I can't win a verbal spar with you. Break up with Amanda and we'll be together. I looked at Helen, shocked. For a second, I thought I was seeing things. Helen, seeing my lack of response, smirked as if she knew she had one. Feeling happy now? Helen, are you out of your mind? Aren't you in a relationship with Harvey? She paused. I would leave him for you. Absolutely no need. I declined right away. Are you really this petty? I never brought up your thing with Amanda, so how can you mention Harvey? Also, if you hadn't pushed me, I wouldn't have dated Harvey. What I'm saying is, Amanda and I are fine. Why would I need to date you? Oliver, do you even know what kind of person Harvey is? I know. I interrupted her. He's 100 times better than you. Helen was mad as a hornet, her face all flushed. I wasn't going to put up with her this time. When we were kids, we'd argue, but I'd always be the first to cave in. Every time I did, she'd go off on these long-winded speeches, trying to make me admit I was wrong. Now, no more. I told her to leave. Helen snapped back. Just 'cause Amanda's got money, Oliver, you're really this shallow? Plus, you guys aren't getting into the same school, you think it'll last? Who says we won't? Oliver, are you nuts? You're giving up a good college for Amanda. If that's the case, might as well repeat the year with me. I smirked. Do you even know Amanda's score? What's the best she can get? 550? She got 666. Helen looked like she'd seen a ghost. No way. Why not? While you and Harvey were playing lovey-dovey, Amanda was grinding away. When your practice test scores got worse, she was killing it. No way, Helen said, in total disbelief or maybe just denial. Amanda's working hard for me, Helen. I looked at her, nodding a bit. You two should end up at the same college with Harvey's terrible scores and your choice to bomb yours. Helen had no comeback. Still here? I checked my watch. I had plans to hit the amusement park with Amanda early tomorrow. Didn't want to be late. Helen gave me the death stare before she turned to leave. Oh, I scored 685, by the way. Helen kind of froze. Before Harvey got in the way, we talked about college a lot. Our scores were solid. Getting into the same school was our dream. Now I'm in and she isn't. So now you can't even reach me if you tried. I made sure every syllable was clear. Helen slammed the door on her way out. I heard from classmates Helen got 545. Not terrible, but not great for her standards. She never reached out again. Amanda and I had a blast that summer. Just before school started, our class group chat blew up. Harvey accidentally sent a voice message there. No takebacks. He said, Helen, quit bothering me. You think I really liked you? I couldn't stand Oliver doing so well. I just wanted to take away what mattered to him. Now he doesn't even care about you. Who do you think you are? We were floored. It was hard to imagine Harvey, always so polite, saying something so nasty. Harvey tried to backtrack. I didn't mean it. Helen pushed me to say that. It's not my fault. But nobody fell for it. And Helen fired back. Harvey, you're the worst. Back in freshman year, you were always flaunting your muscles and doing pull-ups in front of me. If you hadn't been all over me, I wouldn't have messed up. Things wouldn't be like this for Oliver and me. Harvey got defensive. What, you're gonna ruin me just 'cause you can't have me? If you want to play dirty, let's do it. She shot back. She posted screenshots of Harvey's creepy messages and borderline inappropriate selfies. The whole class was stunned. Harvey seemed so sunny, but behind the scenes, totally different. Our class president finally had enough and booted them from the chat. But word about Helen and Harvey spread like wildfire. People were just blown away, couldn't believe it. Especially about Harvey. He was all about camaraderie among guys, but clearly he had his own grudges. People even came out with stories of him bullying others, living recklessly, hating guys who were better looking than him. The golden boy image was shattered. And Harvey was still stuck in the same city for college, so, yeah, word got around. Saying I wasn't pleased would be a lie. I've always believed in karma. Harvey got what he deserved. As for Helen, I couldn't imagine how she had the nerve to see me again. I packed my bags, ready to head out. Amanda was waiting downstairs. We had a flight to catch, headed for college in the next city. Helen showed up at my door. Oliver. I was getting annoyed. We hadn't talked since our last blowout, so what was she doing here? Oliver, I know you won't believe anything I say right now. Then don't. I cut her off. Helen stared, probably shocked at how cold I was acting. She hesitated before speaking again. I messed up. Harvey, he was a jerk, and I let myself get pulled in. But deep down, I've always loved you. I kind of wanted to laugh. She said, honestly, even if he kept hitting on me, I never really felt anything. I was just curious, like during adolescence, and thought it'd be fun to play around. But I always knew deep down that my feelings for you were totally loyal. If you hadn't gotten together with Amanda back then, I never would have dated Harvey. Do you think saying that makes me happy? I asked Helen. Helen just stared at me, lost for words. For a girl who can't even stick to her own emotional boundaries, what right do you have to say you're loyal? I asked her, finding it rather funny. Oliver, you don't get it. Girls like us in our teenage years, we can't just control emotions logically, Helen explained, noticing how my smile grew more sarcastic. She took a deep breath and added, Amanda's the same. I raised an eyebrow. You probably don't know, but that jerk Harvey, after realizing you weren't coming back to me and stayed with Amanda, he went after her right away. Check out Amanda's message history, and you'll know all the shady stuff they've done behind your back. Helen said fiercely. I just looked at Helen. It was hard to see the childhood friend I grew up with in her now. Don't think I'm just gossiping behind people's backs. I just don't want Amanda fooling you. Are you talking about Harvey hitting on Amanda? Like this? I pulled out my phone and showed Amanda and Harvey's chat logs. Helen looked shocked. How do you have Amanda's account on your phone? Not just her account, I have her entire phone. I waved it slightly. She's never set up a password for me and has never hidden anything from me. I knew about Harvey from the start. I even know how Amanda insulted him so badly, he wouldn't dare show up in front of her again. Helen's Adam's apple bobbed, words failing her. She probably remembered. One day in our sophomore year, I needed her phone because mine ran out of battery and I wanted to look something up. Right as I picked it up, she snatched it back anxiously. What are you doing with my phone? Want to invade my privacy? Do you not know what respect means? After that, she changed her lock screen password to something I didn't know, afraid I'd see anything on her phone. But now Amanda freely gave me hers. No secrets. Helen stood silently at the door for a long time. My patience were thin. Even if the flight was still some time away, I didn't want Amanda to wait too long. Excuse me, I need to go. Oliver. Helen suddenly seemed overtaken by someone else, grabbing my arm, her eyes instantly welling with tears. I hadn't seen her cry since she was scolded by her parents for something when we were little. Oliver, please forgive me. I really know I was wrong. I shouldn't have gotten mad at you over Harvey. Shouldn't have waited for you to give in. I was wrong, I'll change. Okay? Helen sobbed uncontrollably. I was a bit taken aback. Growing up, Helen always played the older sister role for me. Never this humble, never this fragile. She kept explaining, I only argued with you about Harvey to make you give in a little. If you had, I wouldn't have dated him. I was only with him to show off to you. When he wanted to break up and I refused, it was because I didn't want you to laugh at me. No, that's not it. I regained my calm, staring at her coldly, watching her cry, and cry nonstop. If I had given in, you'd still flirt with Harvey, enjoy his attention and flattery, maybe even more intensely. Because you knew no matter what, in the end, I'd always forgive you, so you'd be fearless. No, that's not it. But you didn't expect I was serious this time. You see me drifting further and further. You also realize Harvey isn't what you imagined once you're with him. That mystery is gone, and now you regret it. I looked at Helen, but you regret it, I don't. Helen covered her face, and her cries became audible. Oliver, it hurts so much. Knowing you're with Amanda feels like a stab to the heart. You have no idea how I endured it. You're right, I don't know. Her breakdown didn't move me, I stayed as cold as ever. If I'm moving forward, why should I dwell on old pains? I looked at Helen, eyes only seeing a stranger. Somewhere along the line, two once close people became strangers. Human joy and sorrow are never truly shared. She was like that before, and now I am too. I pulled my luggage past Helen. Oliver, please don't leave me. She choked out, barely comprehensible. I acted like I didn't hear, and I didn't care. What mattered was the person waiting for me downstairs. 6 months later, Amanda and I returned home for winter break. My dad invited Amanda over for dinner. He's always been supportive of Amanda and me dating. My mom, a bit old school, eventually came around. Seeing how well Amanda and I get along, she's turned a blind eye. She sometimes calls and asks, "How's that girl from our house doing?" Amanda's a quarter British with blue eyes. She doesn't mind my mom's nickname for her. She'd even joke, maybe I'll give you a brood of mixed-race grandkids. So overall, Amanda fits in well with my family. During dinner, my dad casually brought up, Oliver, did you hear about Helen's parents? I paused. No, what happened? Recently, Helen's dad found out her mom was cheating. They got divorced. What about Helen? I was curious. Just curious. Amanda glanced at me. I grinned. Are you jealous? Amanda shook her head. Just a defeated rival. I shot a glance at Amanda, then looked over at my dad. Helen's already 18, so there's no custody issue, but she's still with her dad. I nodded. Helen's been raised by her father since she was a kid. I felt a bit wistful. I almost didn't recognize Helen on the street once she had lost so much weight. My dad shook his head, regretting. If only she hadn't failed her exams last year, she wouldn't be under so much pressure. Yeah. College takes a lot of academic pressure off, plus there's more free time. Universities have financial aid and stuff too. I patted my dad's shoulder to comfort him. Maybe it's just fate. All he could do was sigh. Every family has its struggles. During New Year's, Amanda and I were out having fun. A guy dressed as a balloon mascot got knocked down by a bunch of playful kids. I kindly helped the mascot up. He stared at me, a little stunned. I didn't think much of it. Amanda bought my favorite sundae. We took turns feeding each other. Happily left. Later, I accidentally saw a classmate post a picture of Helen in that mascot gig. Then, another year of college entrance exams passed. I heard from classmates that Helen did even worse the second time. She scored only 478. With that score, she'd have to go to a private or a vocational college. Helen can't afford private college. She probably wouldn't choose vocational either. Sure enough, my dad called to tell me Helen didn't go to college but went out of town to work. I had no idea where she went. But one time, when I was by the school gate picking up delivery, I saw Helen delivering food. Helen looked shocked to see me too. We stared at each other for a long time. Honestly, I almost didn't recognize that it was Helen. She said, "Do you think I deserve this?" I snapped back. I don't do sarcastic remarks, but I couldn't console her either. If I hadn't lost focus back in senior year, I might be studying at this school now. Helen looked at the school's golden signage, full of self-mockery. How about your dad? I asked. After I failed, he couldn't take it. Ended up overdosing on sleeping pills, she said, eyes red. I felt a pang of sadness too. But that's reality. Oliver, she asked, tearing up a bit, do you think if I hadn't argued with you about Harvey, hadn't moved seats, would I still end up like this? If she hadn't stubbornly moved, if her grades hadn't slipped, I would have reminded her, kept her on track. But now it's all in vain. Helen changed the subject. You and Amanda, we're good. I replied, we're both going straight to grad school. She gave a bitter laugh. Amanda changed a lot for you. I used to think she was just a rich girl who didn't care. I didn't explain or argue. Before she met me, she really didn't like studying. It got a bit awkward. Helen suddenly asked, what's college like? Is it hard? It's okay. But not as easy as the teachers used to say. Still, it's not a big deal compared to high school. Helen nodded, trying hard to hide the inferiority and regret in her eyes. Just then, Helen's phone buzzed with a new order. She gave a sad smile. I gotta go, or the order will be late. I nodded. As Helen left, she looked back at me one last time. At that moment, she probably really felt beneath me now. There was relief in her eyes, and some sorrow. She seemed to want to say something, her lips trembling like the words were stuck in her throat. Finally, she said, Oliver, could you leave me a good review? Sure. Helen left. She rode off pretty fast. Not sure if it was because the order was really urgent or for another reason. I turned back to campus. Amanda came out to greet me, grabbing the delivery for me. Next time, let me do these errands. I nodded, smiling. Oh, my mom wants you to check out the venue and decorations for our engagement party. She wants you to approve everything. Whenever you're free, do a video call with her. After college, Amanda and I are getting engaged. I didn't tell Helen, because happiness is something you share with the important people in your life.